Hey everybody, Decent Eddie here, long time no see. WNBA is back from its break and it is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. I'm actually recording this the night before, but I mean, you get it. Right now, my confident moneyline picks are sitting at 79% and I'm at 63% for all WNBA picks this season. My goal is to help you make more informed decisions. While my data set focuses on moneyline picks, my analysis can be useful for spread and over-under bets. Hey, remember to always check your matchup and injury news about 20 minutes before tip-off, before you finalize your picks. Also, hey, if you want to, it'd be great. Leave a like, a follow, leave a comment, hit the bell. I do this stuff for the WNBA for free, and I'd appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dig into the games for today. All right, first up, it's Mystics versus Sparks. Sparks get a danger pick with a super thin 0.29 differential. That implies only a 51% chance for the Sparks to win by my data. The market sees things differently. They have the Mystics as 3.5-point favorites and are giving the Mystics a 63% chance to win. The over-under is set at 168 points right now. It'll probably change before tip-off. While my numbers are a coin toss, and I do trust them, looking at the data set, where one of these teams is weak, the other is strong, and vice versa, in almost every one of my metrics all the way down the sheet. But the qualitative factors are important in this game. The Sparks are without Cameron Brink. And while they're not awful on offense, their defense is struggling. They're also 2-8 on the road. The Mystics, they've won 4 straight at home, and they have a decent defense. Given the critical injuries that we have for the Sparks and the home court advantage with the Mystics, I'm kind of leaning on the Mystics against the spread at minus 3.5 points. For the total of 168, I'm kind of leaning on the under. Mystics' defense is stout, and combined scoring averages lean below the line. So my data technically favors the Sparks on the money line. For you, that's kind of an implied no play, guys. To me, I wouldn't risk your money on that. There's too much qualitative uncertainty that overrides my numbers here. I'm going to track it for my data, though, but that's me. It's a no play for you. All right, next up, it's Lynx hosting the Sky. Lynx get a Decent Eddie confident pick with a 5.764 differential between these two. That's an 85% win probability by my data for the Lynx. The market agrees. They give the Lynx a 14-point favorite edge here, and they're implying a 91% chance for the Lynx to win. The over-under is set at 162. My numbers highlight Lynx's dominance. Qualitatively, it is stark. The Sky just suffered a brutal 38-point loss, and are without Vandersloot and Atkins is questionable. Their defense is struggling. They have a hard time holding on to the ball. The Lynx are 12-0 at home, and their offense and defense is outstanding. They've already worked Chicago over twice this season. With the Sky in a weakened condition and the Lynx's utter dominance at home, I'm recommending the Lynx at minus 14 against the spread. I know it's a big spread, but man, I think you can take it, okay? For the total of 162, I'm kind of leaning on the under, actually. Lynx has a pretty slow pace. Sky might not be able to score a lot. Lynx's elite defense should stifle the Sky's already struggling offense. My data confidently picks Lynx on the money line, even if it doesn't present much value. I'm going to take it. A win is a win. Liberty versus the Fever. Liberty get a suboptimal pick with a 2.605 differential and a 64% win probability in their favor by my data. Favor. The current market has the Liberty as 12.5-point favorites, and they're implying a 90% win probability for them. The over-under is 162. That'll change before tomorrow. Or later on today, whenever you're watching this. My numbers point to the Liberty being the stronger of the two. That's no question, really, if you've been looking hard enough. Qualitatively, there's a huge swing here. The Fever are likely without Caitlin Clark. Likely. And they lost badly to the Liberty just last week without her. Then you've got the Liberty. They've got Jonquel Jones coming back, probably significantly boosting their rebounding and their offensive firepower. The Liberty are a team that should do nothing badly if they're doing their jobs. But the Fever, the Fever's probable handicap without Caitlin Clark. This is kind of weird, guys. I know you're going to be kind of looking at me funny by saying this. The Fever have won games without Caitlin Clark before against some pretty good teams. And Liberty's a good team. I get that. I would honestly consider the Fever at 12.5 points against the spread on this game. I know it's weird. I know it seems funky, but I just kind of think you can do that here. It doesn't feel like a stretch. So you search your hearts on that one, all right? For the over-under at 162, I'm kind of leaning on the over here. Both these teams can score a lot of points, and the last matchup went well over this line. My data has a suboptimal pick for the Liberty on the money line, though the value really isn't jumping off the page. I'm taking the Liberty for my data, but since it's suboptimal, give yourself a moment to think about it if you're going to do anything on the money line on this game before you put your money on it, okay? Be safe with your cash. Aces are hosting the Dream. Dream get a danger pick with a 1.184 differential and a 56% win probability by my data. The market sees it differently. They have the Aces as 2-point favorites and are implying a 57% chance for the Aces to win. Aces have been kind of weird this year, guys. Don't forget, the over-under is set at 162. My numbers suggest a tight matchup, warranting caution. Qualitatively, it's a game of significant factors. The Dream are severely hampered without their star, Howard. All right, the Aces have been somewhat inconsistent. Somewhat is being generous. They possess a roster with talent and home court advantage. The Dream's strong defense could challenge the Aces, but Howard's absence puts immense pressure on their scoring. Considering the huge impact of Howard being gone on the Dream's offense and the Aces being home favorites, inconsistent as they are, it is still a tight margin. I'm kind of still recommending the Aces at -2 against the spread. For the total of 162, I'm leaning on the under. Howard's absence and the Aces' somewhat middling and streaky offense should combine to keep the score kind of suppressed here. On the money line, my data does give the Dream the money line nod, but it is a danger pick. That's an implied no play for all of you. I am going to take it for my data tracking, all right? Hey, all right, quick commentary, little break here. Before we're going on to the last game, I want to say something. I've been reading a lot of heat about player comments and displays of solidarity related to their salaries in the WNBA. Many comments related to this that I've read from the general public, some of them are pretty caustic, while others are kind of supportive. I understand why people feel strongly on both sides of this issue. But for me, it comes down to this. I don't find myself forming a strong opinion on matters like these because it doesn't directly impact my life. I have no personal dog in this hunt. But I will say this, and again, it's personal for me. I, for one, would feel my life was somehow misaligned if, on my last day on earth, my thoughts drifted somehow to how much Angel Reese or Sophie Cunningham was being paid in 2025. My priorities lie elsewhere. If it doesn't change the price of gas for you, then why should you even be worried about it? All right, wrapping things up, it's Wings versus Storm. Storm get a suboptimal pick with a 2.026 differential and a 63% chance to win by my data. The current market has the Storm as 9.5-point favorites, implying a much higher 83% win probability. The over-under is set at 164.5 points. My numbers give the Storm the edge, but it is a suboptimal pick, meaning I have a more moderate confidence level than the market suggests. Qualitatively, the Storm are a playoff contending team with a strong defense and 2 all-stars who dominate inside. The Wings are having challenges, riding a 4-game losing streak. They're one of the worst defense teams in the league right now, especially on the inside. They've also lost both their previous matchups to the Storm this season, though they did keep one within 8 points. I mean, that's something, right? Given that my model has a Storm as only a suboptimal favorite, yet the money market has them as large 9.5-point favorites, 9.5 is big. This perfectly triggers my fade on the week favorites rule that I use. The market is maybe overvaluing the Storm's ability to cover such a large spread. Therefore, I am strongly considering the Wings at 9.5 points against the spread. For the total of 164.5, I'm leaning under. The Storm's strong defense and the Wings' offensive struggles combined with the recent low-scoring head-to-head suggest a lower-scoring game. On the money line, my data says the Storm. The books say Storm. I'm taking the Storm on the money line. All right, that's it. Quick recap. Decent Eddie confident picks, we got 1, and that is the Lynx. Decent Eddie suboptimal picks, we got 2. That is Storm and Liberty. Danger money line picks, we've got 2. That's Dream and Sparks. For parlays, we all love parlays. As you know, I will include confident picks and parlays, and we have one with the Lynx. And if you put the Lynx in a 2-leg parlay with another wager between -400 to -450 odds, your win probability by the books is 76%. Add a third leg into that, in that same odd range, -400, -450, your probability is reduced to 61%. Still over 50% though. I will always endorse up to a 3-leg parlay with odds between -400 and -450. If you do that, the odds of you winning, your probability stays above 50%. Regardless of what you choose, I never recommend more than a 3-leg parlay due to the risk of combined probabilities. Remember, do not spend more than 10% of your bankroll in total across all your wagers in a day. Never chase losses, and if you need help with a gambling problem, check out my channel's description. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, tap the bell, get my picks before tip-off on the day of the game. Be sure to check injury reports and news before you do anything, though, 20 minutes before tip-off at the very least. Follow me on Decent Eddie Picks on Instagram, Facebook, X, Decent Eddie Picks, PIX, TikTok, decent.eddies.picks. I'll post updated team grades there when I do them. Last-minute thoughts, in-game thoughts if I have them. But let's see what happens. This is Decent Eddie signing off. Have an awesome day.